The Sixers are not going to win a championship this year. The Sixers do not have enough shooters on the perimeter to be a championship team. James Harden just doesn't show up in big games. The Brooklyn Nets have the blueprint to lock up James Harden and give Joel Embiid a hard time. The Brooklyn Nets have the blueprint to beat the Sixers in a 7-game series. I just don't see how the Sixers can win a championship this year. These are just some of the things that I've been reading about, seeing in the comments section on different videos on YouTube, seeing on Twitter, hearing on ESPN in the past 48 hours since the Brooklyn Nets beat us by 29. Everybody, listen, say it with me now. Relax. Welcome to Sixers Talk Now, a channel for Sixers fans from a Sixers fan and basketball coach. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on that bell so you know when I'm dropping videos on everything Sixers related. Listen, since the Sixers lost on Thursday night by 30 to the Nets, I've been seeing videos, I've been hearing online like, is it time to hit the panic button? It's time to hit the panic button. Same old Sixers. We can't get it done in the big moments, so on and so forth. And guys, we need to just settle down. I know it was a big game, but it's just one game. Listen, we got our behinds whooped, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got outplayed in every facet of the game. But just a week ago, when we got James Harden and we started 5-0 with James Harden in the lineup, the same people were saying that we were finals favorites. Like this team was the best team in the East, and we got the missing piece. James Harden was what it was going to take us over the hill, and Joel Embiid and all this. And now after one game, one bad game, but after one game, the sky is falling, and we don't have enough. Guys, relax. Everybody just relax. Like we can't overreact about one game in the beginning of March. Our roster is not perfect, right? Like when the trade happened with the Brooklyn Nets, one thing that hurt me the most, I know I didn't have a YouTube channel yet, but the one thing that I felt was hurting us the most was the fact that we lost Seth Curry, a guy that could go get a bucket, a guy that could catch and shoot threes. I felt like we never really ran enough stuff for him. We don't have a whole bunch of sharpshooters, right? Guy like Thibault, he needs to develop a more consistent 3-point shot to be, an elite 3-and-D type guy. Toby isn't always the best perimeter defender. KD seems to go at Toby every chance he gets. He's not the best in that department. But we have the MVP of the league this year, who I think is the best player in the NBA, in Joel Embiid. We have James Harden, who is probably one of the 4 or 5 best scorers of all time. We have Toby, who we know can go get a bucket if he needs to get a bucket. Thibault is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Maxey is one of the quickest, most explosive guards who is developing a shot. We see playing along James Harden. He has the ability to knock down open shots. And then when you look at our bench, you got Shake Milton, who could score off the bench. You got Korkmaz, who could hit threes off the bench. You got DeAndre Jordan, who's going to rebound and catch lobs off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You got Georges Niang, who's a stretch 4, who can score and knock down open shots in that pick and pop with James Harden and others. Like, this team has the pieces, man. This team has the talent and the ability to go and win a championship this year. Does that mean that we are absolutely going to win one? No, nothing is a guarantee. But to sit here after one 30-point game and say that the sky is falling when just last week this team was viewed as a finals favorite, like we just got to settle down a little bit. It is not time to hit the panic button. It is far from time to hit the panic button. We should not hit the panic button at any point this year in the regular season. We should not hit the panic button really at any point this year in the postseason unless we find ourselves down in a 3-2 hole on the road. Then it might be time to get a little nervous. But guys, this is what as fans we don't like to always admit, right? Like these basketball players are human. And when you have a team that is built for a championship, this team is not concerned about having the best record in the NBA. We've been there, we've done that. This team is built to win a championship. And guys kind of get bored and get tired of regular season games. We like to think, man, if I was making 30 mil, I would play every game like it was my last, but that's just not the truth, right? Like these guys, I'm sure, are anxious and just ready to get to April, May, and June. And sometimes you have nights like Thursday night, and it's disappointing because that was such a big game, sellout arena, You know what I'm saying? You had the storylines, you had the rivalry, but sometimes you're just not ready to go. I'm sure they wanted to come out and have a good game, but sometimes you just don't have it in March, man. Sometimes you just don't have it at game number 65. But it is not the end of the world. We pick it up. We end the season on a high note, or we're gonna try to end the season on a high note, and then you go into the postseason with the MVP / best player in the league, James Harden, who is an elite scorer and playmaker, Toby, who's a vet who gets you 18 to 20 a night, and some young dogs who want to prove themselves. Sky's not falling. It's not time to hit the panic button. Let's just relax. Let's just get on to the next one and take care of business in Orlando on Sunday. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section. Do you think it's time to hit the panic button, or are you kind of agreeing with me and it's like, yo, let's just relax. It's just one game. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yes, I do believe Joel Embiid is the best player in the NBA. Want to know why? Check out that video right there. I'll see you guys on the next one. Sixers Talk Now. Peace.